just about to get started. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
Center fielder, number 15, O'Neal Cruz.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
And a 1-2. Sets him down on strikes. Some high cheese for strike three. Brian Reynolds here. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's a 1-2. And there's the ball. Grounder might be two. Gets to it with a slide. There's one. Out to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. The 1-1. That one fouled off. And now it's 1-2. Liner, base hit. Lau around second, headed for third. Thought about third, but back to second safely. First and second, 2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Robert settles underneath it, and that is that. We go to the bottom of the first, And on the mound for the Pirates, Paul Skeens. Chris, what are you looking for from him? Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. And a 1-1. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
That was straight queso right there.
And it stays fair. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Juan Soto now. Back up the... Oh, that got him! No chance for a play. And let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. First and second. No outs. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Check swing. Went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Cruz should have this one. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Here is Marcus Semien.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one well upstairs. 3-1 now. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. As a run scores. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Cruz gets there. He's under it. And that will end the inning. Back here in Queens, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Henry Davis. Here's a 2-1. Just missed. And a foul ball. Now he steps out as time is granted. Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. Slings to first, 1 out in the second. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. Here's a 1-1. This one popped up. Lindor settles underneath it. 2 down. Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. Ball. And the next pitch is way outside. That one in there across the letters. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball but missed the spot.
Batting ninth, shortstop.
Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out. That's out number 3. Back here at Citi Field, here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. The 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting 8th, center
So here's Robert now. Here's a 1-1. And that's a fair ball. Hung up in a rundown now. The relay. Tag got him. And he can't scramble back in time. Way too much of a turnaround first there. Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Loud has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. Here's Francisco Lindor.
For the Mets, Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? Got him swinging. All set for the start of the inning. And now the Pirates leadoff man, O'Neal Cruz.
Well, I'll always remember how Cruz left his mark on Major League Baseball in his debut. 3 innings into his first game, he had the hardest throw by any infielder in baseball, the hardest hit ball all season by a Pirate, and the fastest sprint speed by a Pirate. This guy does it all.
Robert takes it in for the out. 1 down. B-Ray coming to the plate now. The 1-1.
That's a ball.
And that one missing low. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on.
And that one gets away at the plate. No advance, though. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the curb, and it was a smart choice. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Ball to strike. The pitch.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Swings and misses. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Back here in Queens, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Bo Bichette will hit next. Out towards right center field. Reynolds on the run. 2 away. And now Jorge Polanco. 2 down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch misses.
Whoa,
2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. Start of the 4th at the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan O'Hearn. That one to first. Fair ball.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. 1st and 2nd, no outs. Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Now the third baseman, Jared Triolo.
Third baseman, Jared Triolo.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. 2 on, 1 out. That missed by a lot. And now it's 3 and 2. And that'll load the bases. At the plate, Nick Gonzalez. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. The 2-1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-1.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Kodai Senga taking over on the mound.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
On the ground. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And now a high leverage at bat for Brian Reynolds. And they're all loaded up. Lau at the plate. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 1-2 now.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Down to the dirt. Swing and a miss. Throw to first. Two outs. Bases full. Ryan O'Hearn, the next Pirate to hit. In the dirt. Kicks away from the catcher. Ball comes home, and he's dead at the plate. And they're happy to just get off the field after that. Back here at Citi Field. Bottom four, Marcus Semien. Up now for the Mets. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. The Buccos leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. New inning getting started. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan O'Hearn. That misses the zone. 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Robert moving back for this one. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So digging in, Henry Davis. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Payoff pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Robert moving under it. And there's 2 away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. That one lifted to left. Soto settles under it. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Back here in Queens, bottom of the inning, Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. That misses the zone. Ball 2. On the ground to the left. Fires over to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. 3-2 on the way. Got him looking. 2 down.
Up next for the Mets.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. O'Hearn on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at Citi Field at the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. That's to third, and he can't come up with it. Still fires to first, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. Now, Nick Gonzalez. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Brooks Raley.
Just trying to keep this one close here.
Runner on the move, in the dirt. Throw to second, and great jump. Man at second. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they lead by 4. So the Pirates batting order turns over. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner goes again. To the right side. Oh, great grab on the dive. And that's a base hit despite a great defensive effort. Man at first, nobody out. Brian Reynolds, the next runner on the go. Pitch inside. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Runner on the go again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. And now it's Brandon Lau. Here's a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that's downstairs. Now 2-2. Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Soto under it. Full extension, makes the catch. Bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in for New York, Juan Soto.
Strike two.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Struck him out swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. That one ripped but foul.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Slow roller to third. Sends it to first, and he's out. 2 down, bases empty. Digging in, Jorge Polanco. 1-1 now. Foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Base hit, and they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Up next,
Now it's Marcus Semien.
second baseman, Marcus
The 1-1.
Semien.
Fastball for a strike. That misses the zone. 2-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. We go to the top. Seventh at the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan O'Hearn.
Nope.
That
Ball.
one misses. 3 balls and a strike. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. Out to short. Slides for the stop. Fires to first. Pretty nice play there. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis. The 1-1. And downstairs. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. Over to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. 2 outs, base is empty. Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. There's a swing and a drive. And that's got extra bases written all over it. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
2 bases.
Up next for the Pirates, Jared Triolo. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
This one high in the air to left center. And that is that. It's a bit of a blowout. Which gives us a bit more righty reliever out of the pen, Yohan Ramirez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
In there at the knees.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Mets.
2 down, bases empty. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. and it stays fair. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Made a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Robert on his way around third. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 7-2. Back to the top of the order now. And down the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Swings through that one for strike 2. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ready to begin the 8th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz.
That's ball 2.
And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's just foul. That one missed. This one in the air. Lindor gets under it. But it's the third baseman who gets there to make the play. 1 away. And now here is Brian Reynolds.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Luke Weaver. He's into the game with the bases empty. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Brandon Lowe, the next Pirate to hit. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Next offering away upstairs. Back to first, and he's safe. Double play ball to second. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. The 1-1. And that skips into dirt. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And there's a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings and misses. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Bobichette up now for the Mets. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Next, the switch hitting first baseman, Jorge Polanco. And down on strikes he goes. And now 2 gone. So up next for New York, Marcus Semien. And a big swing and a miss.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Out to short, Gonzalez. Tosses to first, and Semien is out. And that is all set to start the 9th in this one. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH. Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. That one felt good, and they add to their lead. It's 8-2.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan O'Hearn. Out towards right center field. Taylor on the move. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Henry Davis. That one ripped left field. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. He's in at second with a 1-out double. One down. And now the first baseman, Spent. Runner breaks for third. Hammered on the line, base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Up next for the Pirates, Jared Tree. Runner on the go. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. Fires to third. In there safely.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
In the air, right field. Taylor coming on. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. Back here in all set. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Mason Montgomery.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Got him. One away. Francisco Alvarez digs in now. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swings through that. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one's carrying, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. And now it's Luis Robert. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Runner on at first with 1 gone. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And a 3-2. So a walk puts runners at first and second. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Fastball in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Fastball is outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Out number 2. So they're down to their final out. Juan Soto will hit next.
Juan Soto.
2 on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's too high.
They're down to their final strike. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates take this one in a blowout.
Good win by